And welcome back to another gig log. This is Nate within the Mix Light and Sound. And tonight we're doing a gig once again from the Steel Pub in Bethlehem with our friends, the Lucky Sevens. And this is our last gig here for the year, for 2024. So looking forward to it. A couple of things we're doing different at this gig than previous gigs is we brought our 118 subs here. We've been using the Yamaha 112s, and I recently pulled them out because one of the 112s went down. We had to get a new driver and fix it. They're fixed, they're good to go now. But in the meantime, I pulled out my old subs, JBL PRX. They're the 618s, so the ones with the crown amps built into them. And I used them at one gig, and I was really happy with how they sounded. So I decided, this is the last gig for the Steel Pub. I want to bring them out. I want to hear how 18s sound in this room. Now, one thing they did remind me of is one of the reasons that I got the Yamahas to begin with is that they're heavy and bulky. So for a lot of like smaller room gigs, they're just too much, too big, too bulky, which is why I went to the Yamaha DXS 12s anyway. So we'll see how that affects, especially at the end of the night when I have to load out here, but curious to see how it sounds. The other thing I'm excited for is this is going to be the first gig that I'm actually bringing out the Wave Fit controller that I built. So in a previous video, you saw I did a build of a Fit controller in a case. So we're using that tonight at our front of house position, and really excited to give it a shot and to have just some real faders in front of me. So with that, stay tuned. All right, we didn't get much of the setup at all. Turns out the band had some lineup changes, so we had to work with that, and I wanted to get that all under control here before we started doing some video. But here it is from front of house, and we're connected in through mixing station. There's our template, which we went in our setup video. We're connected to our M32C that's up there on stage. And the other thing we have is the remote ripple, which is mirrored into the computer up top there, so we can hit our backing tracks. Now we'll see once everybody's here and gets set up, but what I did is on layer 1, I just did custom channels, so I should be able to grab everything I need for drums, instruments, the vocals, and then we have our aux channel, just one side of the stereo, but enough that I can control it for when we need. So we'll try and get more video as we go here, but we got to get everybody set up and plugged in. We're about an hour from showtime here.
Let the birds right, so similar setup as last time. We have 3 color keys now across the back. I think it fills in real nice with having the 3 there versus the 2. Nice wash across the stage. Of course, we have the 2 horn players. I provide wireless mics with them, short clip-ons. 6 monitors total, but the drummer tonight, he has in-ears, so I had an XLR ran out to him and dialed in his mix and keep checking in with him. He's been very happy. Then we have keys, which are just running in mono. We have the main vocalist, and then on the end there we have bass guitar, and then we have percussion. So that rounds out the band. Percussionist is great. He has 2 SM57s that he brings along, and then a little 2-channel bundle of XLRs that he runs. I just run that right into the Whirlwind DI box there. Drums are your typical 5-piece, and I gotta say, for as much as it is a pain in the ass bringing in these 118s, now even though they are somewhat lightweight for 118s, they sound great in here. Really fill out the room, especially with kick and bass. Really happy with how they sound. So I may, for this room, depending on the situations, they may be the permanent ones I bring to this particular area, especially when it's going to be full nights. The crowd so far, it's been filling in. Not as packed as it has been in here, but it is getting in the holiday season, so there's a lot of other activities, I'm sure, that are keeping people out and away. But we'll see. This place is interesting how the crowd comes in. So we might still be gathering more as the night goes on. There's a market down the street that's happening right now. And, maybe once that closes, maybe some people come over from that. So we'll see. But so far, everybody's having a great time. So we're on our second break. They're getting ready to go on for their third and final set. And the kit's been working great, man. The faders fly on this thing. It's great. Everything's like real time. I can get to everything I need to instantly. Built some shortcuts so I can do mute groups, hard-coded right here. In my build video, I mentioned that I have this touch and turn knob, which is a little extra here, but I set it up so when I touch, like for example, if I touch a low cut here, now this knob actually will move it for me. So I'll jump back down here quick. So now anything I touch on there, this knob takes control over, so it gives me that functionality, kind of like the Behringer Wing and like some of the Allen and Heath and the Yamaha items. But it's been great as far as, select the channel. I've got my meter bridge I've been keeping an eye on. I've got the gate, the EQ, comp, my sends on faders. I've just been, for quick, just been touching the screen to get them real quick here. This does have a flip on it, but you got to hit flip, then you got to come up here and hit your channel, where all I have to do is hit one button here and it automatically moves everything. It keeps the layer. So again, as far as navigation, everything else, it's been working out great. Little USB light here is doing great. And yeah, I think this is going to get a lot of use for me. It's just nice having faders again. I mean, I have no problems, going from a tablet. Done a lot of work with tablets, and certain areas there's going to be no place to set this up. But even for a small bar rig, as long as I have a table or a spot to sit, now I have a mixing board with me. I kind of get that feel again. So highly recommend it.
All right, so we're all cleaned up here. Sorry for no video of the pack up. We ended, it took about, I'm going to call about an hour and a half, let's say, to clean up, get settled. So this will be a shorter video than normal, just because there were a couple variables I wasn't counting on, a little bit of a change in lineup. So some of the original members are going through some recuperation for things, so they'll be back, which is great to hear. But the subs were great too, man. All of them are really great musicians. Everybody in this band, and even the people that they find to fill in, are great musicians. So that was awesome. But yeah, we didn't get as much video as we wanted. But what I will say is that the single 18s are still a pain in the ass by yourself. The PRXs, when they came out, were advertised as lightweight, and they are. There's a lot of 118s that are definitely heavier than these guys, but over the past year or two using the Yamahas, I'm just used to their size and weight, so I need to toughen up a little bit more when I bring these big boys out, right? But I loved how they filled the room, so I'm going to have to think long and hard as far as future gigs here, which speakers I'm going to bring out, if I'm going to continue to use the Yamahas in here, which do the job, or if I want to, get that extra thump of the 18s. So to be decided in the future. It all comes down to convenience on my side. So if I'm weighing that, to be honest, it's probably going to be the Yamahas going forward. However, the Waves Fit controller was awesome. It was everything I hoped it would be. No glitches, nothing in there. Just great dynamic. Nice to have faders in front of my hands again. While I have full-size mixers, and usually it's the larger festivals where I hire and help and everything like that those guys come out. So it was really nice to have the convenience of the faders, and in a nice size and weight that is portable, super portable. Fits in pretty much anything. It can fit on a table anywhere that you can bring along. So we have one more gig coming up for the year. We're going to definitely use it there. So stay tuned for a future video. And with that, thanks again for all your comments, everybody who's subscribed. Please like and subscribe. Definitely love doing these videos for you guys, and make comments what other content you'd like to see. Maybe over the winter and the slow season we can get in a little bit more to the gear, so we'll see what happens with that. But till next time, I'm Nate from In The Mix. Thanks again.